So I had made a video recently talking about 50 Cent, and a lot of people didn't like it. They were saying I was going too far with the 50 Cent stuff that I was saying. But I wasn't really saying anything different from what everybody's saying now. You see how that goes? See, what everybody thinking about power and get rich or die trying, they catching feelings. But when Big Meech get out of jail and 50 Cent start having some kind of commotion with him, bruh, that's the most messiest thing I've ever seen a male do. Dude just got out of jail doing one of the worst crimes, you know what I'm saying, ever committed, as far as according to the people out here, by servicing a product, allegedly. This man bothering the man about who he's talking to when he get out of jail. Another whole grown man that probably got grandkids out here. Bothering this man after doing a long sentence. Bothering him about who he's talking to and stuff like that. Man just did 20 years. Now you talking about some who he talking to and stuff like that. Like, bro, leave this man alone. But y'all have been letting 50 Cent do this trolling to certain people. Little rappers and stuff like that, and actors and old ladies. They're like, oh, that's funny. He do it to Big Meech after he get out of jail. He messy like that. He's been messy. The Diddy stuff is kind of messy because even me, you know, if you know Diddy was all that stuff was going on all these years, you would have said all of it. You know what I'm saying? And you in the same industry. So you trying to be clean in a dirty industry that let Diddy roam around. And you worry about Big Meech, man, stop it. Like I was saying though, and I'm gonna be 100. I feel like 50 Cent used Big Meech's name for the last 4 or 5 years to keep his gangster status up, because a lot of people gave 50 Cent props. Oh man, he doing the BMF series. The fact that he was even getting contact with Meech and all the other stuff, I felt like that was extra. To be honest with you, I felt like that was extra. Like the whole thing around the whole situation, it's always been extra since the beginning. Big Meech take a picture with Rick Ross. Now he feel like, man, my beef with Rick Ross is so deep that I can't believe Big Meech did that. So what, dog? And I'm telling y'all this right now. This is a problem with a lot of people in New York when it comes to rap, because Cameron doing the same thing and everybody like it. That's why I'm saying everybody that's talking right now is capping hard. All the fans. See, when Cameron do this to Jim Jones, everybody like, Jim Jones always lying. But 50 Cent do it to Big Meech, now they like, man, 50 Cent, you going too far now. See, every time somebody says something about 50 Cent, well, Hurricane Chris just said something about 50 Cent last year, he got trolled. Now everybody else want to come around and say something to 50 Cent because it's Big Meech. You should have been saying something. I don't care if it's a homeless man on the street. If he being disrespectful and he ain't standing on no kind of business for real, and he ain't got no standards, this ain't the streets no more. First of all, 50 Cent ain't never did nothing in the streets to even associate his name with Big Meech. He was out here writing songs for LL Cool J and stuff around the time that everybody talking about he was in the streets. So he wasn't even in the streets around the time that y'all think he was. And the time he was in the streets, he didn't have that much of an impact. Because I ain't heard nobody running around talking about they got rich in the streets because of 50 Cent. He could have had his own deal and everything else. Come on, man. Like, let's keep it 1,000. It's dudes down here in Atlanta that didn't have no record deals, no record labels. They got their own record label and put the music out. And you telling me 50 Cent was a guy who was in the streets getting money like that? He couldn't put his own music out without signing to Dr. Dre? And you in New York? You in the media capital of the world? Where you can get your stuff put on TV just by walking in a certain room? They had tryouts for certain movies every day, every week in that city. Soundtracks coming out every week. Come on, man. The man had access to all kind of stuff in the industry. He's been in the industry at least 30 years. Just associated with it. 50 Cent has been associated with the music industry at least 30 years. In front of the camera and behind. So, for him right now, when Big Meech was out of jail the first time, Diddy was around Big Meech. 50 Cent wasn't even around Big Meech. Diddy was around Big Meech. 50 Cent wasn't even around Big Meech. He didn't know Big Meech from the streets, nothing. He wasn't even around Big Meech. He don't know Big Meech like that. So he didn't really get a relationship with Big Meech until he was able to make some money off Big Meech. But before that, he ain't had no relationship with Big Meech to the point where we got pictures of him and Big Meech when they was in the club. Diddy was around Big Meech. Trying to run behind Big Meech when he was throwing the big parties and everything. He see the money people spending, like, whoa. Everybody was trying to run behind BMF around that time. But 50, the beefs he had, they ain't that serious, man. That's why I said him and Cameron about the same type of guy. Oh, this person is talking to that person. Your beef is my beef. And this is why New York rap is the way it is right now. Everything be going good, then a beef will start. They think y'all gotta realize the whole history behind everything associated with them is rap beef. Everybody up there beef with each other and everything else. People think, oh, they just celebrating, they just hard, they just tough. That's jealousy after a while. After a while, it's pure jealousy. And it's girly stuff. At this age, you all get millions of dollars as girly. This man Big Meech just got out of jail. He ain't worrying about no 50 Cent relationship with no Rick Ross or whatever. 50 Cent looks dumb for doing this. And I've been telling people this for a while now. A lot of these guys look dumb. They only get criticized when they do it against certain people you like. You know what I'm saying? Most people don't like Jim Jones, so they like, I won't care if Cameron talking about he should have stayed silent during the beef. Then when 50 Cent say the same thing to Big Meech, everybody like, oh man, 50 Cent going too far. Big Meech ain't got nothing to do with that. Yeah, see, people didn't expose themselves already. It's been 2 weeks. Shout out to everybody who was in the comment section sounding crazy a couple of weeks ago. Now you got 50 Cent, another New York guy, doing his fake beef. 50 years old, running around acting like he got something to prove. These dudes out here looking super corny. Super corny. Grandpas around here running around trying to put together fake beef. Oh man, I got a real beef with Rick Ross and all that other stuff. Man, move on, man. Stop it. Move on. You forgave Fat Joe, you can forgive Rick Ross. Y'all ain't got no beef that serious. Move on. If anybody should be serious, still mad about it, should be Rick Ross, because his baby mama wouldn't he be famous right now if he went for 50. So if anybody should be mad. But this guy right here, it's like 50 doing too much, man. He always running around trying to make some money off somebody. See, he had the same issue with Ghost. Now, mind you, it's always somebody else's fault when it comes to 50. Y'all notice that, right? It's always somebody else's fault. This dude running around here doing the same thing Diddy was doing. Running around every celebrity and trying to party. Man, you need to fall back. Big Meech just got out of jail. Let his wife worry about him, or his girl who been waiting 20 years to be at home with him. Let her enjoy him.